Hey guys, Righteous Raymond here, bringing you all a word of the day. This one is going to be encouraging to those of you who feel like you don't have enough ingredients to be where you want to be, to go where you want to go, to achieve what you want to achieve, to have what you want to have. This video is for you. Okay, this is to encourage you. So I've been reading John, the Gospel according to John, past 3 days, and last night I read about his first recorded miracle. And if you're a Bible person, church person, you know his first recorded miracle was when he was at a wedding in Cana, or Cana, however you pronounce it. And his first miracle was that he created wine out of what? Guess what? Guess what? It wasn't grapes. What would you guess that he made wine out of? You would guess grapes, but he did not make wine out of grapes. He made it out of water. He made it out of water. And I was like, you know, I've heard that so many times, grew up in church, but it just hit me different last night. I was like, he really did make something out of a thing that did not have any of the ingredients. He had no ingredients. So I want to tell you all about this word. I'm going to play it out loud so you can hear how it's pronounced.
Strong's H1254. Bara. Bara.
All right, so bara, it is a Hebrew word. And the unique thing about this word, you know, most words you're going to hear repeated several times from several different people. But this word is only used with Most High God as a subject. You know how I could say Misty drove, Sarah drove, Lisa drove, my sister drove the car. This verb, whenever it's used in the Bible, it is only used by one being, the Most High God. Most High God, Jehovah, Yahweh. And this word means to create, to shape, or to form. And when it's used in the number one, when you see call, it says K-A-L, K-A-L. I'm not K. Q-A-L, Q-A-L. Call means to shape, fashion, create, always with God as subject. Whenever this verb is used in the Bible, the only subject is God, because there are some things that only God can do and create. The 4 examples they gave that only God can do, only God can create heaven and earth. Genesis 1 tells us that. Only God can create man, individual man, of course, apart from, you know, people having birth and stuff. Number 3, only God can create new conditions and circumstances. And number 4, only God can make a new transformation. Only God can create heaven and earth, individual man, like when he made Adam and Eve. But actually, I think, yeah, well, fashion was more for Eve. Created was for Adam. That was a verb for Adam. Fashion was a verb for Eve. And only God can create new circumstances and conditions and transformations. So, back to the first recorded miracle, John chapter 3. It was 3 or was it 2? I think it was 3. Let's go to it. And what I thought was so fascinating was, how did you make water out of wine? Like I'm thinking, okay, maybe make it out of, you know, of course, grapes. Even if you like sped up the process, the growth process of grapes or the fermentation process of grape juice. But he just straight up made water out of wine. Make sure I got the right verse. I'm sorry, it's John chapter 2. John chapter 2. And I'm just going to read y'all briefly. This is John chapter 2, verse 1. On the 3rd day, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Verse 3, when the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, they have no wine. Verse 6, now there were 6 stone water jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said, fill the jars with water. Then verse 8, and he said to them, now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. Verse 10, and the master of ceremonies, the master of the feast said, everyone serves a good wine first, And when people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now. Verse 11, this, the first of his signs Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. So what I thought was very fascinating about his first miracle was, it just really showed me a lot about who God is. It's like that bara word is really real. Like when we make wine, vintners, I think the word is called vintners, V-I-N-T-N-E-R, vintners, when they make wine, they require soil. Maybe some seeds, you know, for the grapevines. They need sun. They need time for the grapes to grow. Then after the grapes grow, they need to have somebody to harvest and get the grapes. Then they put the grapes, you know, they have the press, the wine press. They squash the grapes with their feet or whatever machine they use. And then they got to put the grapes in the jar, in the wine bottle. Then they got to let the thing ferment. And then they got to take some years for the good wine. You know, you have people be putting out their wine in the movies and they're saying, this wine is from 1989, you know. So you got to give it some time, not only to grow the grapes, but also time to ferment the wine. There's a process of fermentation where it's like, you know, how milk, you know, ferments into like yogurt or cheese. The grapes to ferment into wine. Grape juice has to ferment into wine, you know. And I said, my, like, what God can do with so little ingredients. Like, his only ingredient was water, jar, and the request from his mother. Water, stone jars, and a request from his mother. And I said, man, what if we wanted something from God and we felt, I don't have enough ingredients, I don't have what it takes, I don't have the degree, I don't have the family backing, I don't have the intelligence, I don't have the looks. And what if God is like, you know, I'm bara, I do the bara, I make things out of nothing. I made a whole earth out of nothing. I made Adam out of nothing. I made a sun, I made the stars, I made a moon out of nothing. Just words, just words. Read Genesis 1. And God said, let there be, and then there was. God said, let there be, and then there was. God said, let there be, and then there was. All you need is a word from God. And in this case of the gospel account, John chapter 2, request from his mother, stone jars, and water. And you know there's nothing in water. If you look at a bottle of water ingredients, there's no ingredients to water. There's absolutely nothing in water that can make wine. And not just any wine, the best wine, the good wine, okay? And the man didn't even know, the master of ceremonies didn't even know that Jesus did that. He thought it was just really legit wine. He didn't know there was water into wine. And so God can make something out of nothing. And then people around who don't even know how you came where you are, gonna be like, you are like the best, like the creme de la creme. You're like the cream of the crop, like. And they don't even know that there was literally no ingredients. You didn't have the money, you didn't have the intelligence, you didn't have the connections, you didn't have the networking, you didn't have the looks, you didn't have the mom, the dad, you didn't have all the things, and yet you're just sitting here a wonder. You're a miracle. You're a miracle. So yes, you all, God is the only person who can bara. He can make something out of nothing. Only person who can use that verb is God. Well, see, we make stuff out of something. You can fashion a bracelet out of, you know, some gold you got out of a mine, or you can make an ice sculpture out of some ice that you found, you know, in some water you froze. You can make a car tire out of some rubber from a rubber tree or whatever, a tree that, you know, makes rubber latex. But you cannot create something out of nothing with words. With words, you cannot. Only God can use that verb. So just be encouraged. There are some things you have to have stuff for, like, you know, to be a medical doctor or be a lawyer. You do have to have certification and training for stuff like that. But except for those, like a few occupations, like medical and legal and teaching, you can literally be whatever you want to be. Just ask God and give him your nothing, give him your little, give him your minimum. And he can make a lot, because God is the majority. It's not you and God are the majority. God don't really need you. God is the majority. He don't need a lot of your help. Just your participation and your obedience. Thank you all for watching. Please share, subscribe to my channel. Bye.